Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Perth Stadium. You join us for this big bash match between the Perth Scorchers and the Melbourne Stars. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me in the commentary box is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the irrepressible David Gower.
Well, others, thanks to that warm introduction, I, for one, am looking forward to the day's play. I've been down in the middle looking at conditions, and it really does seem like a batter's paradise. Don't think the bowlers were getting a lot of help on this pitch. It's extremely overcast, but the radar indicates we should get in a full day.
Thanks, David. We go out to the middle now. Big decision coming up.
Just as you'd expect, really, it's good conditions for batting, and I'm sure neither captain would have had any hesitation in choosing to bat first.
Here we go, first ball of the match. Nothing better than getting a game started and hearing the sound of leather on willow.
Yes!
What a great piece of fielding. 4 runs saved for sure. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Just pivoted onto the back foot, so easily done to knock it behind square.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
Yep. Keeper.
It was slightly shorter, but it was seen early. Got onto the back foot quickly. Just pushed it away behind square.
Fantastic catch.
The first wicket is down, back to the pavilion, and disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they got out like that.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket. And again, see you later, 2 wickets on the trot.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds, and you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
The sounds of a cheering crowd right behind the bowler. An extremely difficult ask for any batter to come out and face a hat-trick ball. Digs out the Yorker.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the 3rd dot.
Yep. Keeper.
No pressure as they've found a gap.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Berendorf doing really well to keep the pressure on these two. Another good over of bowling. A new bowler is coming into the attack. Middle that one, great timing.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. Drives and misses everything.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
What great reactions. Brilliant catch close in.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Russell ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Really just seemed to have put that one into the slot with the first ball to the new batter. All the same, it's a glorious shot for your first ball.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Great shot through the gap.
It drifted onto the onside, helped into the gap and down to the boundary.
Kelly getting a wicket in that over. Really great bowling. There wasn't much on offer to the batters. Brilliant diving stop.
That was a good comeback after the boundary last ball.
Massive edge. Quick onto that in the infield.
Puts in a slightly shorter ball and it seems so early. Got onto the back foot so quickly and just pushes it away behind square.
Really good shot there.
The short ball's picked up early here. Not the best delivery, but certainly was a good shot to dispatch it. Back and across, punched well off the back foot through point to get some runs. Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike. Keep the pressure up on the bowlers.
Over ends. So too does the power play. Change is coming in the field. Misses everything.
Kelly with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up. Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike. Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Nicely played.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Berendorf from the northern end.
Got to the boundary. Last ball, punches it into the gap to get a single. Excellent batting.
Nicely fielded on the boundary.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Finds the fielder with that shot.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
That's the end of the over. 2 runs added. The Stars are 3 for 37. Into the gap. Nice shot.
That's the kind of shot you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrists to keep the control and find the boundary.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Nicely ran, working the ball away into the gaps to find the easy single.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
That is a textbook on drive. Sees the ball drift slightly to leg and times it well to send it away to the boundary.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yep. Keeper.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keep pressure on the bowlers.
Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Bit of a mix-up, they'll need to improve their communication.
That's a boundary save for sure. The Scorchers found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards. Ty, the pace bowler, coming into the attack. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Needs a direct hit.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Waiting.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one. Over. The Stars are 3 for 50.
Waiting.
Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Wait.
Very sweet off the bat and 4 all the way.
Good balance, really good balance to transfer the weight and stay on top of the ball.
Yep.
Good running, it needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected. Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
8 runs added there. The Stars are 3 for 58. Agar is coming into the attack. We'll see the left armour from the northern end. It's a good shot, 4 straight down the ground.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Misses. That's so close to a run out. Really should have been hit from there.
Got hit to the boundary last ball and comes back with a dot.
Just misses. Must have only been millimetres from hitting leg.
Unable to get the scoreboard moving.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Good running. Just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeping pressure on the bowlers.
Yep. Roller.
Manipulating the field, asking questions of the opposition captain as they take a single.
10 runs added in that over. The Stars are 3 for 68. Tie coming on. Obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
Yep.
Cuts that off well in the infield. Wow, that's missed a lot.
Okay. Up. Yep.
Struck it nicely. Could go to the boundary. A couple on offer here.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding.
Tie. Ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket.
Yep.
Good throw from the deep, on target.
Good. Yep.
Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Waking.
Good
Yep.
shot. It's found the gap.
Yep, yep. No.
There'll be one run here for them.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yep.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Immaculate timing there.
Well, the delivery was poor. Still needs to be put away, though. And what a lovely shot to find the boundary.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Well, the shorter ball doesn't work here. Rode the bounce well and eased it over the top for 6 runs.
It's been a great over so far. 2 boundaries from it. Runs coming very easily.
Yep.
Got the boundary last ball, punches it into the gap to get a single. Excellent batting.
Yep.
No pressure as they've found a gap.
Well, that's an example of good running. Should always be on the lookout for runs in this format.
Got that away nicely.
Well, that's a fantastic shot. Gets onto the back foot quickly and rolls the wrists to keep it down. Great vision.
Good areas, buddy.
Just need to settle down. The timing's all off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Just got to keep a cool head.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. Turner did very nicely out there on the boundary.
Top-class innings, been playing very nicely out there, and that brings up the half-century.
Can't bowl there. Too full and helped on its way.
Always back in the ball there. Drives the ball away nicely and picked the gap at cover very well.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Wait on it.
It was a good comeback after that boundary last ball.
Nice shot, 4 runs.
That's a really good half-century. Started well and has continued to up the scoring rate.
Turner, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Good shot, a beauty.
Good return, back from the deep. A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly, no harm done. Both batters survive.
The left-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Quick onto that in the infield.
Good shot for no runs. Quick to get on the back foot, but just cracked it to the fielder. It drifted onto the onside, helped into the gap, and down to the boundary.
Clark has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
A bit lucky, that's just sailed through to the keeper.
Wait on it.
Nicely taken. Quick to latch onto it.
Another one gone, the fourth wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
Cartwright at the crease. A big partnership has ended. They just need to back some time here and build on that good work.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
End of a really good over. Taking a wicket and really slowing down the scoring rate.
It was just a little bit wide, well picked up and guided nicely down towards third.
Brilliant shot through the vacant point position. Not sure they'll cut that off.
In the end, a very simple shot. Just lets the ball come onto the bat and cuts it away for 4.
Sounded good the moment it hit the bat.
You don't chase those down. Brilliantly timed off the back foot, and that's race to the boundary.
Marsh is finding it difficult to contain this pair at the moment. My advice would be to go back to your stock delivery and move on from there. Finds the edge. This could be out. The bails were off in a flash by the keeper. And gone. That's a fantastic catch.
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Webster, whose first task is getting themselves settled.
That was a pretty wild delivery, lost all control.
Webster takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries.
Yep.
Wasn't a bad ball, got it short enough, but they were onto it so early. Pivoted onto the back foot and punched it away behind square.
Misses everything.
Right, nah.
Not a very smart shot. Got nothing onto it in the end.
Agar into the attack now from the south end.
Yep.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Wait. Yep.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
Wonderful batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure on the bowler to respond.
Wait. Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
That ball was just an invitation that was accepted by return of post. Agar will be disappointed with that delivery.
Yep.
Decisive running might have gotten to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
End of the over. 14 runs coming from it. The Stars are 5 for 142. Chance!
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Edged it.
Yep.
4 runs in fine style off the front foot.
Good return there, back from the deep. It was in the air for a long time, but 4 bounced just inside the rope.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Wait. Yep.
Got to the boundary, last ball, punches it into the gap to get a single. Excellent batting.
Drives and misses everything.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. The Stars are 5 for 150.
Yep.
They would have been struggling to get back for another. A good call of no.
Out! Caught!
Really getting to the tail enders now. 6 wicket gone. That's not a lot left in this lineup.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Barely seemed to hit it, and it's gone over the rope.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yes.
That's a boundary save for sure.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Catch him.
Overpitched and punched down the ground. Brilliant batting.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
That's brilliant. Caressed nicely through the covers.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive. Agar coming back into the attack. Can't get that outside the ring field.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Beautifully played through the leg side off the back foot.
That's the best answer to any short ball. Get onto the back foot and put it away for 4.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
That was a beautiful shot. Rocks onto the back foot, stabs the ball away. The fielders had no chance.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch. And as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Wait. Yep.
Oh no, that's dropped.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running. Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
With the completion of that over, we see the fielding restrictions finish.
Waiting. Yeah.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
They'll want to make use of the extra delivery.
Well, there was a bit of noise there, but it certainly wasn't the bats, and they did well to get back for 2.
Great shot, great timing.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
Just pivoted onto the back foot, so easily done to knock it behind square.
Times it nicely.
In the end, a very simple shot. Lets the ball come onto the bat and cuts it away for 4.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Doesn't beat the infield. Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
Just a little bit of room given. The power was immense. That has flown over the boundary.
The Scorchers are now allowed 5 fielders outside the circle. We thought it might be a good pitch to bat on at the start of the day, and we were right. It was a long, hard slog from the bowlers, and now it's a big total to chase down. A couple of big partnerships will be required to get these runs. This is a respectable total. If the bowlers can get firing and get some early wickets, this will be a difficult chase.
Yes.
That's out. Caught. A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength.
Some adjustments to the field.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Yep.
Poor fielding. Chose the wrong end entirely for what should have been a simple run out.
Great shot. Placement exquisite.
Well, there was a split second to decide which end to throw to. In the end, it was a poor choice.
Nicked it. Big appeal.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Yep.
Absolutely nailed it.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
That's the end of a very good over. Good pressure being put on the batters. Hatcher coming into the attack from the south end.
These two batters will have a lot of opportunities to score as the field comes in.
Yeah, mate.
Big edge. Where's that going?
The edge was very close to going to hands. They're fortunate to pick up their first runs.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Wait.
It was a good comeback after that boundary last ball.
Confident appeal. Could it be? Tough call either way. Might be worth risking a review if they're right.
Well, the margin in this game can be so fine. And it's unfortunate in the end, but if you're the batter, you're still there.
Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on. Wow, that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it. That's a much better directed short ball. Didn't quite manage to get the bat in position. It's through to the keeper. That's the one bouncer for the over.
Super shot that.
Just perfection. A majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Maxwell from the northern end. Oh, that's a great ball.
The timing on this shot is so bad. Didn't even get close to the ball, and very fortunate that it didn't take the off stump along the way.
Beaten on the drive.
Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now.
Right in the slot, right where they like it. The ball races to the boundary.
Sweated on the full and straight one. Brilliant shot back past the bowler.
Maxwell, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Got hit to the boundary last ball and comes back with a dot.
Yep.
Hits that well onto the back foot and cracks it away.
Mistimed it completely. Did just enough to get it to the rope.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Bowler.
A couple on offer here.
Good return there, back from the deep.
End of the over. The Scorchers are 1 for 26. Finds the fielder with that shot. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Oh, it's painful watching that. It was a certain wicket if only the ball had been thrown to the other end.
Couldn't have played that any better.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Wait.
Good shot, a beauty.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Good chance.
Perfect technique and placement.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap, timed it nicely for 4 more.
Yes.
Great shot.
All the signs that they're reading the ball well. Guided it away off the back foot to the boundary rope.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. The right-arm pace bowler is coming in. Into the attack from the northern end.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Yep.
Massive edge, misses everyone, and that's racing away. This match is getting unbelievably exciting, and the crowd have joined the party. It's pretty noisy in the ground.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Waiting.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Wait. Wait.
Into the gap, nice shot.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the 3rd dot.
Wait.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Waiting.
End of the over, 4 runs coming from it. The Scorchers are 1 for 42. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
A more aggressive look to the field, a few more catches in place.
Yep.
Pulled in off the boundary rope. Good field.
Starting to hit their stride. A fabulous piece of timing, and they're into the 20s.
Yep.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
The 50 comes up between this pair. It's been a strong partnership. So far, a lot of people in the dressing room will be hoping it can continue. Taking a bit of a risk here with a more aggressive field.
Wait.
Great shot through the gap.
That was a good comeback after the boundary last ball.
Really good shot there.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Marsh has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Yep.
Big edge. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike. Keep the pressure up on the bowlers. Some moves are being made in the field. Looking pretty balanced between defence and attack. This field's looking for more balance between attack and defence.
Zampa doing really well to keep the pressure on these two. Another good over of bowling.
A few moves made in the field.
Misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
No pressure as they've found a gap.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards 3rd. Tried to take the pace off by rolling the fingers across the seam. It's a great shot. Didn't take a lot of effort to get it away.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
11 runs added there. The Scorchers are 1 for 66. Ahmad, the spinner, coming into the attack. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this.
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure a few more runs would have been better, but this has indeed been a good innings.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Monroe will be looking to make a strong start to their innings.
Waiting.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
That's a boundary save for sure.
And they're away and nicely off the mark. Bit of a change up in the field now.
Yep.
Russell did very nicely out there on the boundary.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
It's a good shot, 4 straight down the ground.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
An inexpensive over ends and a wicket coming from it. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the northern end. Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Good running. Just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeping pressure on the bowlers.
Yep.
Worked it onto the leg side and got some easy runs. Manipulating the field, asking questions of the opposition captain as they take a single.
Yep. Keep it there.
Too full, got what it deserved.
It was timed well for 4. Gee, that was a good shot.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
End of the over, 9 runs coming from it. The Scorchers are 2 for 82.
Yes. Keeper.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run. Right in the slot, probably hit it too hard, crunched it straight to the fielder.
Yep.
Times it nicely.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Ahmad shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, just need to tighten their areas now.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot, couldn't find a gap. Just pivoted onto the back foot, so easily done to knock it behind square.
That's the over. The Scorchers are 2 for 89. Edged it.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yes.
Edge. What a ball. Strong appeal.
Yep.
Nicked it.
Yeah.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
End of the over, 6 off it. The Scorchers are 2 and 95. Ahmad to bowl the first over of the power play. It's going to be very tough to stop these two free-flowing batters. Hatcher, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Some adjustments to the field.
This will be the first over of the power play. This pair should be really trying to push the scoring rate along. Cuts that off well in the infield.
That was just a massive shot. Middled it and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
The timing on that shot was just perfect. Brilliant shot. It was a boundary the moment it hit the bat.
Nicely played, perfect timing.
Good return back from the deep. The third was there, they would have made it easily. They've instead opted to play it safe. Maybe a little too safe.
Wait.
Great shot. Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. The captain can now put 2 fielders outside the circle. The right armour is coming into the attack from the northern end. Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
They haven't messed about, brings up a rapid 50, hasn't let any of the bowlers settle.
Maxwell, don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Doesn't beat the infield.
It was a good comeback after that boundary last ball.
Huge appeal. Good shot. It's found the gap.
This is where they can be so good because they were so quick to get back and onto this.
Hatcher from the south end. Zampa, the right armour, is coming into the attack. From the south end.
This is a good field, I think. Not too aggressive, but not overly defensive either.
Waiting.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Yep.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Catch it.
Timed that brilliantly.
Yes.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground. The captain going with an aggressive field.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Going with a more aggressive field choice.
Yes. Keeper.
Some moves being made in the field, looking pretty balanced now between defensive and attacking.
Yep.
End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. The Scorchers are 2 for 128.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Confident appeal. Could it be? Hit right on the body. Misjudged it a bit, maybe. Couldn't seem to get out of the way. That will have hurt.
A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Misjudged that and takes a hit on the body. Big appeal.
Yes. Keeper.
Well, that's an example of good running. Should always be on the lookout for runs in this format.
Picked that well, and that's on its way to the boundary.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yep.
There'll be one run here for them.
That's what happens if you stray a little down the leg side. Makes it easy to just glance the ball off the pads and score easy runs.
I like this field choice. A good move, I'd say.
Yep.
Edge. Amazing delivery. Trouble. Oh, gone. With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Yep, that's it.
Pulled away very firmly, and that'll be 4.
Seemed very happy to take the boundary first up, punched away nicely to get off the mark.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Waiting.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Yep.
Good return, back from the deep.
Oh, that's a great ball.
Well, it's beaten them entirely. The only other thing it could have done was knock over the stumps.
Yep.
Got all of it, and for 6.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. The right arm is coming on to bowl from the northern end.
Some changes made to the field here, going more aggressive.
Yep.
Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Yes.
No pressure as they found a gap.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Yep.
Big edge.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Power and precision in that shot.
That was a super shot. The delivery was fine, great line and length, but just put away.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. Russell back on now.
A bit of a change up in the field now.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running. The captain making some adjustments to the field here. No messing around here, brings up the 50 quick smart. Really feels like there's a lot more runs coming.
Yes.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keep pressure on the bowlers.
Right there.
A beauty, brilliant catch.
It's another wicket, the fourth. Sometimes you just have to accept that you couldn't do anything about a delivery.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Yep.
That's incredible. Just the power on that shot. That's the sort of thing you want to see in the crowd when you come to the cricket.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, a roundabout off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yes.
It's easy runs there at this level when you stray a little down the leg side. Tucked it nicely off the pads for more runs.
Yeah.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Yes. Yeah.
Great shot.
Always backing the ball there, drives the ball away nicely and picked the gap at cover very well.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
Good throw from the deep, on target.
Loud appeal. Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one.
Waiting.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one. End of the over, 8 off it. The Scorchers are 4 for 185. Last over of this innings, no point defending now. Russell to bowl the last over. Plenty of wickets in hand coming into the final over. May as well go for broke. Russell to wrap up the innings. Quick onto that in the infield.
Doing well to clamp down out there. 3 consecutive dots and the batters have lost any momentum they might have had.
Too full. Got what it deserved.
A juicy delivery like that on leg stump isn't going to be missed by this batter. They just put it away.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
No interest in that one from the batter. Russell will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
Super piece of timing.
It was a very, very good shot, presenting a straight bat, simple execution and back past the bowler.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on. Nice shot.
Well, you never knew which way this game was going. A great finish to a super match that had everything.
Please take care and drive safely on your way home.
That's all from us in the commentary box. It's been an amazing match. Hope to see you soon.